Boom. Check that out. Yeah. That's yellow, man. This is clear. Okay, if you, oh shoot. So I could hold on to my buffalo. Actually, I should have done this. I thought of doing it in the first place. But the mini, what do you call that? They call it a retainer. Well, yeah, this is does that say Makita? No, probably said Makita. Yeah, that's just from this morning. My guy picked it up, which is the new. Hopefully I can do it without. Damn it. But check this out. This stuff is. Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing? Craig here with another painful day here on the Thai farm. I think I might have ran out of, or I might have lost track of the number of things I have to do today and am doing today. One of which I'll show you. Whoa. Remember I built that dam over there for that water, right? Well, boom, check that out. Yeah, this was the other canal. Now it's been dug out with walls on both sides all the way to right here. I pulled that all the way over here with the back of my truck and then brought it over here, rode it. But I got to raise that up. I got to cement all that in. My wife wants me to make this all cement, like a cement bridge with that underneath it. Fortunately, on this, I didn't do that. Yeah, my wife did that. Although she did try to recruit me several times. But I was like, honey, you know what? You're going to take great pride in knowing that that's your project. So she did it. It's back-breaking work, I'm sure. I mean, the clay is a little bit easier to slice and dice when you're just shaving walls, but you know, we went out yesterday and bought the old roof tile from one of my old wood guys out there, and then I had to cut it all in half because we bought, you know, it comes in those longer lengths. So I cut it in half. I just took delivery from Lazada of new lenses for my, I don't know if you can see that. No, it probably didn't do it justice. That's yellow, man. This is clear. Actually, it goes on this side, this one. But yeah. That's yellow and that's clear. You can see the two different colors probably there, see? Anyway, I'm gonna put new lenses on. It looks easy enough, but I just went and got my iPad so I can Google how do you do that, how to replace the lenses. I thought it was going to be something simple, you know, like, oh, bust these 2 screws off here, pop this thing out, but it didn't work that way. I think I need to pop this out, so I popped these off, but it's got a nice one right in here that, you know, I don't want to, these things that get snapped together, you know, and after years or whatever you try to unsnap them and then it just breaks. So I don't know about that. What is this here? That looks like it's falling apart, which is the rubber gasket maybe or something. But I spent all morning up the front gate because as I showed in my gate video, when they poured the new driveway, I had to raise the gate up, which meant that on the posts, the I should just show you that. Let me get up there and I'll show you. Okay, if you, oh shoot, almost blew out my knee right there, man. If you remember, I mean, if you watched me build this gate, you watched me build these pillars, and I put this angle iron cage around it so I could hold on to my buffalo. Built that all around there, and then I had originally just put, I got some, you know, I sold everything scraps, right? Grunge metal, made the guide, right? Well, I bought this piece, but I put it all well together, and I had it just bolted to the wall here. I had it like just, you know, bolted, and same with the other one. And the orange brick, the thing is cement. I orange bricked around and filled it in with cement, with concrete. But anyway, the orange brick was just, you know, didn't hold it enough. And the gate, trying to fix this thing, raised the gate yesterday and the day before or whatever. It was just, I just wrestling with it the whole time. And the guys just like pulled off and broke off of the damn wall. So what I did was, I should have done this. I thought of doing it in the first place, which was really just to weld this to another crossbar and weld the bar. So now this is in its own frame, secure to this. I mean, this moves a little bit, but I ain't worried about that. It's supposed to move. I want to have a little bit of flexibility there. But the guide's fine. And the same with this other side. You know, this is from the old welds, old nasty welds on this thing, but it works. But the problem is the base still. Where I have this, yesterday, the day before yesterday, I poured new concrete. You can see it goes off to the edge right there. So I used just a simple 2-inch galvanized steel that I had left over, cut-off piece from the pond bridge. Turned out to be perfect, sliding right in there, raised it the same height as the middle of this, so I could lay that bar straight right back on there, and that worked fine. But the box itself with the gear in it is what I needed to raise. So I raised the bar, and the gate opened and closed manual, no problem, real good. So now it's just a matter of putting that, you know, putting the motor back in place. So I poured the concrete there to get it up to that height of the deal, but I might just, I don't know, I might re-pour it, but I'm afraid it might do the same thing, because I mean, I didn't put, it's not that big of a piece, and I didn't put like metal bar in there, You know, maybe if I would have wired it up with chicken wire or something and something. But anyway, when I put, you got to put those anchor bolts, those kind where you drill it in, and then as you tighten it down, it expands, right? Well, because it was such a small piece of concrete, it expanded and cracked it open. And so I was like, God dang it. And then I tried to get it in a different spot, cracked it open. I'm like, God dang. So I did put I cut off a little bit of piece of that steel, put it up against it, and used my nail gun to kind of wedge it up against there so the cement doesn't move back. But so I can open and close it right now with the remote, but I need to find another solution for that. The box moves just a little bit, and you can't have that. The box got to be super secure. So I don't know. What I was thinking was, just a minute ago, was, you know, they took out the old slab. So I had those concrete slabs that were made, those big long planks, and that's what was the bottom of the gate, right? That was the gate run. The second half of it, they took it out, so put the new driveway in there. And I thought, wait a minute, I think those concrete things are like 2 inches as well, or 2.5 inches or something like that. And I thought, well, yeah, maybe I can use my cement, you know, cutter and cut a whole big old slab of that, because that's real good. I can drill right into that, it doesn't break. And so I cut a piece of that and slide it in there and use that, and maybe that'll work. But anyway, so I got to redo that again. I spent all morning doing it. And oh, by the way, I ran out of bullets also. That was the other thing the other day. I was making the, you know, the nail gun, the 22 bullets, and then I was gonna buy new bullets, and then I saw that shoot, man, I mean, the bullets they weren't that expensive, but you could get a whole new gun. If I bought 100 bullets, it would cost more than buying a whole new gun, and you got a free 100 bullets with it. So I was like, what? Because my old gun works, but because I've used it so much, I have to route out the shell each time with a push, you know, from like the backside of a nail. I use a nail head because it gets stuck in there all the time. So anyway, so I got a new one, the Mini. What do you call that? They call it a retainer. But yeah, this is that say Makita? No, probably said Makita in the picture. But yeah, you know, ooh, got some safety goggles and a pair of gloves, and that's your little brush, keep it clean, and another spring when that thing fails, and some oil. So, and that worked real good, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, I got a shit ton of cleaning to do. My truck is you saw that. Whoa, yeah, that's just from this morning. My shop looks twice as bad as that, so I gotta clean my shop up. But I'm gonna watch the videos, trying to see if I can't replace those headlights, because I know from those lights being yellow and all that stuff, I know it's not carrying my beam. You know, it's changing the beam. I can't see as good at night. I mean, I know I'm old man and all that stuff, but you know, all my gray hairs. As a matter of fact, I was watching the videos. I don't usually always watch all my videos. I do when I'm editing and stuff, but I don't watch them like on the TV. But sometimes, anyway, I was watching the last few videos because I've grown my mustache, and I got a lot of gray hair in my mustache. And I saw 1 or 2 videos in there where the gray hair in my mustache looks like I got snot or food in there or something. I was like, what the hell is that? That's my gray hair, man. I wonder if I should dye my mustache. What do you think? Should I make it green or something? But anyway, yeah, dude. So I I'm gonna try this headlight thing. Looks like it's gonna take a little bit. So that's a priority for me. I really want to do it. So I just got it. If I can get that done in a reasonable amount of time, I will clean my shop next, because that's kind of a relaxation before going over there and digging a whole new damn cement pathway for my wife's new canal pond. I know what she's been doing. She's been watching these videos, these TikTok or Instagram, Facebook Reels or something like that, and there's always these, you've seen those videos where these guys, they're just, it's like Thai farms, and they got a nice little river through their property and palm trees and vegetables, and they're out cutting vegetables and papayas that are just perfect. Yeah, that's, I can't explain to her the part about how that's not real. Like, that's not reality. I mean, it's kind of like those videos where you see the guy, oh, he's from he's from the jungle, and he made a freaking swimming pool and a 3-level house down into his property all by himself out of mud. No, he didn't. One, there was more than likely excavators and all this other tools and people involved to get it all done, but the filming part is just those parts in which you need to see it to make you think that he did it all by himself. Even some of these ones, I saw a Thai couple, actually it's a Falang, right? So you got a Westerner and his wife, and they're making this great place, and they truly probably have made the nice place to live and all that stuff, but the Facebook Reels, no, that's production, man. Okay, that's production. That they, like I said, they get help. Somebody else does all the hard work, and then the content creator comes in to create the content. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's you. I mean, I understand it, so I'm not bothered by it. But my wife looks at it and thinks, "Oh, why can't you do that?" Or look what they did, honey. No. But that's how you create content. I'm fine with that, man. Those are badass videos. But if you can look at that and say, oh my God, that's really happening like that, then you're missing the point. It's not easy to do that. These guys that have, 600, 800,000 followers, they're creating content, and it's a job, and they have help doing it. Very few people are doing it just themselves. I mean, I don't have any help doing any of my stuff, but you can tell. My glasses are wasted. I mean, if I took the time all day to dun and do all this kind of stuff, yeah, I could probably make some. I could do that. But no. I'm not that kind of content creator. If I had 1 million followers, well, sure I would, because what's happening when you get that many subscribers and followers, whatever the program is, and if you're monetized, you're getting a significant amount of money when you get to 1 million people, and that money you can buy the best equipment and an editor and someone who puts together all the clips for you and someone who helps you create the content, even a director. Okay, bend down just a little bit, blah, 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 and then you got it happening. Mark Weens, who's got millions of followers with his food, he shared, that he pretty much does everything, but his wife helps, like, editing and stuff like that. But he has he has tons of content, but it's a very limited window of content. Him eating in a different place with the camera on the table like this, and so not a whole lot going on there. So he's not walking around going, wow, look at this, look at this, look at this, watch me, watch me, watch me. No, he's pretty much eating, just going, wow, this is unbelievable, this food is just incredible, and it's good content, because it is incredible food. What's really incredible is a skinny guy like him, he eats like 2 cows a day or whatever. But Oh yeah, what else? That's right. I went, I mentioned this on my shop house the other day in a video about my roof cap being short, you know, because the I measured at 3.5, but I forgot, you know, that I'm actually using part of this as the overhang, and so the overhang puts it at a longer. So I ordered it, and I just went to my guy and picked it up, which is the new cap, and that's 4 meters. So you can see that hole right there, right? So this 4 meter cap should pass that, and it should be all right. I shouldn't have to worry. And then what I'll do is, but yeah, I thought of putting that cap on top of the other cap because it's difficult to put on. I mean, you know, cumbersome or whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and take that smaller one off, replace that, and then, but I'm gonna use a smaller one maybe for the other side, because I still got to put, you know, I'm still putting the acrylic roof on the other side, but it'll need a cap, so I might as well just use that green cap, because maybe it'll look kind of cool with one green cap going all the way across. We'll have to see you when I get there. But for now, again, I'm gonna watch me some video, relax a minute, see if I can't figure out how not to break too many of these little pieces that snap my truck back together. All right, man, let me get something done, and we'll get back at you. Well, yeah, I couldn't find the exact videos I need for this exact truck, but looked at different ones and figured out how to take the front grille off. That one actually was a video that showed it for this truck, but the headlamp removal, no. So I just had to guess on a few things, but what I did do was remove it. Was able to remove it. There were the 4 lights that go in there, and the 4 lights they're really, you know, they're just turn lights, right? So you just turn it, pull it out, which is easy enough. And they had the 2 top clips that you just pop off or unscrew and pop off. But the difficult part was it was screwed into here and down here. And in order to get to this, it's actually a nut like this hex head. In order to get to that hex, in order to get to this hex, you had to remove this. And I didn't remove it all the way. I did unsnap it, but there's like a double screw on this piece down in here. I don't want to do that, so I moved it out far enough to where when the, you know, when the headlamp was in there, I was still able to get my ratchet, you know, underneath here and be able to yank, yank, yank. And on the side, I was able to, you know, pull it out on the side and get to that one. Or actually, it's this one. That's a screw. That's a screw, and that's a hex head. Why they're both not hex, I don't know. But the good news is that, yeah, I got it off. And then this side it should be easier. I'm hoping it's the same, just mirrored, you know. I didn't break any pop-ups that I'm aware of, but they are old and brittle. So I might have to order, you know, maybe I need to order a set of pop-ups for the front end up here, just so that they're in there, because even with one pop-up that's not secure in there, you're gonna get that rattling somewhere. I did drop one down in there. Look at this. This is, you remember I cleaned my truck with all that white cement powder? Shit, that stuff's still in there, man. It's under, I didn't check under the hood. I gotta blast my hood, man. But anyway, now I can put the lens on here. Hopefully I can do it without, damn it, cracking it. Oh my God. I just need to be able to probably take the screws off. What is that? One screw, two screws, three in there, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 5 or 6 screws, and then maybe replace it. So, yeah. All right, let's see if I can do it. All right, get back at you. Yeah, well, that ain't going the way I wanted to. I did get the lens off, but check this out. This stuff is, it was in there, was sealant, like bonding sealant. I tried to start to pry and I was like, no, it's just hard. Like, so I used my heat gun and I was able to heat it up and get that screwdriver in there and start to edge out and try and rip some of this crap off of there. And then I, you know, heating it up and slowly pulling the thing out. But yeah, I mean I do have this nail bond sealant I can put back in there, but in doing so, I mean, look at this, man. You know, I'm buggered up the whole edge from the heat gun, and maybe I can use the heat gun and melt it back. That's what I was thinking. And then I was like, geez. So the lens, the 2 lenses, it cost me like about 1,200 baht. But I figured, all right. So then just now I checked on the 2 complete assemblies, and they're 20. That's 21.55 each, so a little over 4,000. Some of them are cheaper. Some of them, you know, 3,600 baht or whatever. So basically, it looks like it's $100, and I can get 2 new headlight assemblies. But what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to assemble this one back and see what it looks like, and you know, see if it fills up with water in the rain, because I think the rain's coming today. Anyway, let's put it back together, Craig. All right, back at you. Well, I only put the one back on. I couldn't. If I took that other one apart, it's already sprinkling. I didn't even take the stuff out of the bed of my truck yet. Anyway, let's look. Can you see a difference? I can see a difference. Get closer. This is clear one, yellow one. It's like a new truck on the left side. But yeah, we'll see. It all went back in pretty good. Didn't have any issues. Didn't have any screws left over. That's the important part. So yeah, I gotta get it going, man. Gotta get that going. Well, hey, hope you enjoyed all that, and talk back to me. And yeah, so until then, thanks for watching, and keep watching. I get back at you with more truck work here on the Thai Farm.